What's going on, folks? Painless. You see the title of the video, and as I've said before, these types of things have been going on, and if you look at the mainstream media, first, they were throwing black folks under the bus, saying that black people were the main or the leaders or the corrallers in these sporadic attacks against Asians. And look, this is what you chose. Are you Bidenites? This is what you have chosen. The left, and me, I don't get into that left-right per se. It just so happens that a lot of my ideals come from what is categorized or perceived to be the right. I don't label myself that as much as anymore. I'm just, hey, what makes sense to me, it makes sense to me. But this is what you've chosen, folks. Are you Bidenites? This is what you've chosen. You've chosen inclusion. I can't tell you how many times I'm on these message boards on Facebook and other platforms, YouTube, and I see such and such Lopez, such and such Rodriguez talking crazy in your eyes. It makes perfectly good sense to me because it just makes sense. And, well, panelists, this is an Asian video. Why are you talking about Latinos? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. When I see these people with Rodriguez and Vasquez and Ramos as their surnames, saying things that could be on the eye aligned with more white Anglo North American rhetoric, it doesn't bother me. It bothers you. And then the Negro scratches their head. People, they scratch their head and say, well, damn, he isn't white or she isn't white. And I say she because you have a lot of Hispanic women out here talking that George Floyd should have complied and he was full of drugs and this is the reason why he met his demise. Now, Payless, I know this. I have no qualms with this. No issues with this. It is exact. The problem that y'all have is, see, y'all look at these last names and y'all say, damn, they're not white. Why are they saying this? Why are they saying these things? They're not white. This is white talk. This is white rhetoric, which, it's funny how, you have the nuts and berries Negroes out here that more align. You talk about people that say you regurgitate white male conservative talking points concerning black folks. That you're just a parrot. My rebuttal to that is maybe the shit is right. Just like people say, man, Painless, your message sounds repetitive. Well, damn it, until y'all change, until shit changes, my message will be the same. This idea that I have to divvy up and switch up and change every damn time. No, long as this behavior continues to be problematic, long as this behavior continues to be on a constant, then my message will be the same. And the idea that I parrot white male conservative talking points, maybe the shit makes sense and therefore I'm saying the same thing. No parrot here. But back to these people that say, well, damn, they're not white, they're Hispanic. Why are they saying this? Why are they talking like this? And again, maybe that's the message that they, that resonates with them, that it makes sense to them. But I'm going to show you why the Negro is confused. And why the Negro has, by voting in Jambalaya and Joe Cool Biden, you facilitate this. You have facilitated this. You think these people that's coming over this border are going to hold the same sentiments and philosophical opinions concerning race are going to align with you, Negro? Your whole idea, black and brown, I am so tired of hearing black and brown. And I'm giving my points about black and brown. I said there's no such thing as black and brown unity. I don't agree with the way, but I agree with human unity. But the idea that you have two groups of people, that of the Latino and that of the African American / black man, are going to somehow form a coalition to thwart the evil white male conservative in your eyes. This is in your eyes. It's idiotic. And I've said many times before, America is done pandering and caping to the Negro. They've given you tons of initiative programs. Stop the violence. Brothers Against Violence. Billions of dollars in said black-ran cities. Community centers. Other types of groups to get, they're done with you. They moved on to catering to the Hispanic. And I said how y'all dropped the ball. When y'all had the ball, y'all fumbled it. You were more concerned about the name of a damn high school than asking for what you really wanted. Oh, we need to change this high school mascot. This is, so essentially what you have, people, is groups of people that are not Caucasian fighting and scrimping for scrapes. Now you got these Indians coming out of the woodwork talking about, I'm offended about said school mascot, the Indian head. And I've said this before, if anybody has a real beef, if anybody who should be talking the way that black folks talk about racism and institutionalized race, it should be the Indian or the Native American. But they sit dormant. They don't say much. But these Hispanics, you confuse why Mr. Rosales has these sentiments that are similar to the white male, the white Anglo North American male. You're confused. And there's no confusion here. On my part, I know what it is. These people don't care. These Hispanics don't care about no Black Lives Matter. And they shouldn't. They've come here to align themselves and to take over. We've seen it in cities. I've said this to ad nauseum about cities that were, you take Los Angeles, for instance, especially on the east side of South Central. That was really the black side. That was really South Central right there. The west side, west of the 110, there wasn't no 110. We can go Main Street. West of Main Street wasn't black. In fact, many East Siders of South Central looked at that as a place of prominence. Baldwin Hills, all up in there. That wasn't. I mean, that wasn't South Central. The South Central that most old black folks know about is the east side of South Central. East of Main Street was the black part of Los Angeles, California. Inglewood, all over there. Anything west of Figueroa, really. If you really, really, really want to get technical, anything west of Figueroa was nothing but white folks. So I take Los Angeles because I'm familiar with Los Angeles. You know, it's Hispanics everywhere. Even where I live in the South, I live in a city in the South, up-and-coming city, a very up-and-coming city, many of y'all know. I'm in the Nashville area, and I see these Hispanics are coming in by the droves, and they've been here. I remember it was time, anybody from Memphis, any of my Memphis listeners, I remember watching a documentary, and I'm about to get to the agents here shortly. I remember watching a documentary maybe 10, 15 years ago, and how Hispanics that were, moving into the Memphis area, they were getting, there were so many robbings and jackings and killings of Hispanics because many of these Hispanics, they work these construction jobs. They ain't got no damn bank account. They come out with loads of cash. They go down to their little Hispanic club, Mexican or El Salvadorian clubs. Negroes be outside waiting for them, bust them over the head and take all their little cash. So that was what was going on. But these Hispanics, they said enough is enough. And this is why you have you having these inner city, somewhat racial wars going on. MS-13 and all this stuff, fighting these black gangs. But see, what these black gangs, what happens is, and what's going to happen, these black gangs really aren't about that life, really. And I say, you got a few that are, but really aren't about that. You got to understand, these people are coming from war-torn countries where violence is, violence is, it's the thing of the day. It's common. Most of these Negroes don't know what real violence is here. These people come where the military will come and chop up whole families and move to the next house and chop up damn families. Now, the whole thing that people come up here for a better life is because to get away from violence and to paint them as political refugees and seek asylum and all this bullshit. Many of these countries are so poor, and that's what Obama was doing. He was allowing so many people over here from that part of the world, Central and South America, label them as seeking political asylum. That was the caveat. That was the loophole for allowing all these people to come over here. When in actuality, a lot of these people didn't have any type of political ties. They was as poor as hell and wanted to come to America for a better life. Now, when you have poor people from a poor-ass country, they bring their poor-ass ways here. I can't tell you, it's a lot of dirty immigrants that come up here. And they bring them, and I've seen it. And I've seen it even you have some of your dirty Arabs here. We think Arab equals Islam and Muslim, clean, obedient. Hell no, a lot of these Arabs are dirty as all get out. See, America, we're getting the worst of people. Okay? That's what you have. And then when you couple that with a group in America, that of the American Negro, who is at the bottom, perceived to be, And you have these two groups clash. That's what you have. Now moving on to the Asian. You've allowed, because you Negro that lean to the left and Black Lives Matter and the Black and Brown Coalition, now the Yellow Coalition. Now you got your whole Neapolitan ice cream box here. And y'all know about Neapolitan ice cream. You have a slither of vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, and other flavors. So you Neapolitan Negroes that want to include everybody, now you've given time for the Asian. Now you got this Asian Lives Matter BS. And the same people that have painted black people as the facilitators and the aggressors of Asians, MSNBC, which you Negroes listen to religiously, CNN, these are the promoters of that. Biden writing in special executive orders to protect Asians. Nothing for you, Negro. Executive orders to protect the transgender. Nothing for you, Negro. And you still ride with these people. Well, wait a minute. See, the Negro is not very smart. Most black people are not very politically smart, or the idea of common sense, cause and effect. To think that, let's just show you, to think that you have a man that goes into a store, attempts to use a fake $20 bill, okay, who is driving around erratic, and then when approached by police, swallows fentanyl, swallows other dopey opioids and things like that. Fentanyl, from my understanding, even if it's absorbed in the skin or inhaled, could be deadly. This Negro swallowed this substance. And then because a cop, and now forget this Negro's resisting, this Negro's acting very erratic, violent, and you can sit here and gonna tell me, now correct me if I'm wrong, that a police used a tactic which is authorized under their department. I may be wrong or right, but that's neither beside the point. You're going to sit here and say that he died because that man had his foot on his throat like that, on the back of his neck? No, this Negro was high off dope, and this is why those police are going to get off on the, and I won't say get off, this is why they won't be convicted. If they do, it'll be no more than 10 years. This is my prediction. This man was George Floyd. I'm just painting it for what it is. He put himself in that position to have someone treat him the way that he did. But see, we don't want to talk about that. Hence, the inability for the Negro to recognize cause and effect in daily life. It's all about decisions, folks. But yeah, back to the Asian. See, now the Asian is talking about Asian Lives Matter. And let me tell you about Asians, because I lived in Hawaii for an extended period of time. Asians are very passive. They love that passive aggressive. They're the ones in the classroom that just sit back, don't really say anything, but they're collecting data and information. And they're very opportunistic. Now, the fact that I can give my opinion of how Asians are doesn't, this is nothing against Asian, nothing. I'm just saying what my observation of Asians are. They sit back in the cut and they're very on some art of war type stuff. They're very calculating. And see what the Asian has done now. They have watched the Negro bicker, complain, and stuff. But see, they're going to do it right. But they still have these undertones. I watched the Asian guy sit up here and say, I have a target on my back. I feel threatened. And let me tell you, Negroes, something that you fail to, when you try to when you try to unify with these groups, you got to keep in mind, dumb Negro, that if you're with a group of people, you've chosen to align with the transgender, you've chosen to align with the Hispanic, you've chosen now to align with Asians, as if this fake coalition, you believe, everybody, see, the Negro reminds me of someone in a relationship. And he's running around telling everybody in the neighborhood, me and so-and-so are together. But so-and-so is like, no, the hell we ain't. Now, so-and-so will go with you to the movies when they feel like it. They'll go to Hardee's or Bojangles with you if they feel like it. But they deep down know that there is no way I can see myself permanently with this person. Now, the Negro is cheesing. The Negro is professing his dedication and love to said non-white group. But like I said, folks, the jig is up. Now, I say all that to say is the Negro can't even put together the idea that you've been in this country for 400 years. Yet you're still here, and you've chosen to align yourself with a group with non-white peoples who are tripping out, who have blown head gaskets over a man that gave us all 4 years worth of tweets. And I got this concept from a brother I listened to, and it made perfect sense. There's something and it makes so much sense. You have all these Asians. Like, what the fuck have you been through for you to feel like you have a target and, oh my God, the damn sky's falling. I feel, violated, all this stuff. Oh, the transgender, I feel, 3 transgenders get killed. Oh my God, let's write a law. This is who you've chosen to align yourself with, Negro. Fake coalitions. Now you got these Negroes out here, all these left-wing pundits, what's the nigga Vance? The nigga who was crying when Kamala got nominated. Basically, Asians don't try to take our shine. You can't be comparing us. See, nah, that ain't how it go. This is who you've chosen. This is who you've chosen to hit your wagon to, Negro. You got to ride this shit out now. Now, you got this white guy up here killing Asians. Asian women. 6 Asian women, 8 in total. 6 Asian women. So who's the real face of anti-Asian violence? But no, you're going to continue to ride with these. You're going to continue to ride with these liberals, these left-leaning liberals. And many of y'all know my opinion about liberals. The white, disingenuous liberal. This is you Negroes are going to rock with. They ain't painted you, the white disingenuous liberal, painted you, Negro, as the aggressor of this made up violence towards Asians, and you're still going to rock with him. When in actuality, we know who is the real violent aggressor towards Asians. Negroes didn't blow up Japan. And the fact that you can't connect the dots and see this historically. Negroes didn't put Japanese in internment camps on the West Coast. And I say the West Coast because many people think it was just California. No, you had internment camps in Washington and Oregon. But you want to align yourself with someone so bad. You know, you Negroes thought Trump was the second, was Lucifer. Trump didn't write any type of quote unquote, anti-black, any legislation. But y'all was so in y'all's damn feelings over some damn tweets, and because the man just didn't take no shit. Now you have someone who is in office who is allowing a group of people that they know will come and undermine you. You have a man, you caped for a man in office to come over here and write legislation that doesn't benefit you but benefits everyone else. Because you were in your goddamn feelings, as most Negroes are, always in their feelings, instead of seeing the playing field for what it is. This is who you've chose. Peace.